London, 1888. Fog clung to the cobbled streets, thick and heavy. Jack the Ripper, they called him, a shadow, a whisper. He preyed on women, leaving a gruesome masterpiece in his wake. But Inspector Davies, he knew the darkness. He'd seen its face, felt its cold breath. He was a hunter, born from the shadows himself. Davies was a man of routine. Every step, every word measured. He had to be. The city's underbelly was a labyrinth, and he its only guide. His quarry was different. Jack was cunning, a phantom disappearing into the fog. Yet he left a trail, a perverse signature on each victim. Davies clung to that, a lifeline in the darkness. Jack wasn't born in the gutter. He was once a man of science, a doctor, a man who believed he could cheat death, conquer the darkness. But the darkness, it doesn't yield, it consumes. His experiments twisted, his mind shattered. He became the very thing he sought to control. They were two sides of the same coin, Davies and Jack, both creatures of the night, forever bound by blood and fog, one seeking to mend, the other to break. But in the end, what separated the man from the monster? The line blurred, a crimson smudge on the canvas of London's soul. The hunt continued. The bamboo forest whispered secrets in the wind, secrets of the Oni, a demon of rage dwelling in the heart of the forest.
I have come for the beast.
Musashi, the samurai, walked with the weight of 1,000 battles on his shoulders. He had come for the beast, his katana singing a song of death. Musashi was a warrior, his life a dance of steel and blood. He'd mastered the art of the blade, his movements swift and deadly. Yet he carried a burden. The memory of his wife, slaughtered by bandits, fueled his every step. He sought solace in the hunt, in the face of death. Deep within the forest, the Oni roared, a symphony of fury. It wasn't always a monster. Once it was a man, a farmer driven mad by grief when his family was murdered. The darkness consumed him, twisted his pain into rage. He became the beast, a vessel of vengeance. Their battle echoed through the trees, a clash of man and demon. Musashi fought with precision, his blade a silver flash against the Oni's raw power. Yet as the Oni fell, its rage replaced by a chilling sorrow, Musashi saw a reflection of himself in the dying beast's eyes. He had slain a monster, but at what cost? The line between man and demon, it seemed, was thinner than a samurai's blade. The Colosseum roared with the bloodlust of thousands. In the arena's dust stood Quintus Leocidas, a gladiator, his eyes cold, his body a weapon. He was to face the beast of Carthage, a monstrous lion starved for days, its mane a tangled mane of fury. Quintus was a soldier, a survivor of a forgotten legion left for dead in the scorching sands of the desert. He had clawed his way back from the abyss, his body hardened, his spirit unbreakable. He fought for survival, his life a gamble in the arena's cruel spectacle. The lion, a magnificent creature stolen from its pride, its spirit broken by captivity. It was a king without a crown, its roars echoing the despair of its stolen freedom. Forced into the arena, it fought with the ferocity of desperation, a cornered animal lashing out. The clash was brutal, a dance of death under the scorching sun. Quintus Leocidas, agile and precise, moved with the grace of a seasoned killer. The lion, a whirlwind of claws and teeth, fought with primal fury. But as the dust settled and the crowd roared, it was Quintus Leocidas who stood victorious, the lion lying lifeless at his feet. Yet as he looked upon the fallen beast, he saw not a monster but a kindred spirit, a victim of circumstance. Was it the man or the beast who was truly caged? Section 4. When the Hunter Falls, the Dark Ages. The plague ravaged the land, a creeping death that spared no one. Father Michael, a man of God, hunted for a cure in the ancient texts, his faith his only shield. He believed the necromancer held the key, a man whispered to command the dead. Michael was a beacon of hope in the dying light of the world. He tended to the sick, prayed for the departed. His faith was unshakable, his resolve hardened by the suffering he witnessed. He believed in the inherent goodness of man, even in the face of such despair. The necromancer, a scholar ostracized for his forbidden knowledge, was not a man of malice. Driven by the loss of his beloved, he delved into the forbidden arts, seeking to defy death itself. He became a pariah, feared and reviled, yet he continued his work, seeking to mend what death had broken. Their encounter was not a battle of swords, but of ideologies. Michael, armed with his faith, confronted the necromancer in his crypt, surrounded by the silent whispers of the dead. The necromancer offered a cure, a pact of forbidden magic. Michael refused, his faith unwavering. But as the plague consumed him, weakening him, he questioned his convictions. Was it more monstrous to deny a cure, even if it meant consorting with the darkness? He died with that question unanswered, his faith both his solace and his torment. Section 5, the cycle continues, present day. The concrete jungle buzzed with a different kind of energy. Sarah, a journalist, hunted for truth, her weapon a camera, her battlefield the digital world. Her target, a corporation, Apex Industries, rumored to be involved in unethical experiments, pushing the boundaries of human evolution. Sarah was relentless, a digital warrior fighting for transparency in a world shrouded in misinformation. She believed in the power of truth, in exposing the darkness lurking beneath the surface of power and wealth. Her weapon was information, her words sharper than any blade. Apex, a conglomerate shrouded in secrecy, sought to transcend the limitations of humanity. They experimented with genetics, pushing the boundaries of science and morality. They believed they were creating a better future, a world free from disease and weakness. But at what cost?
Sarah infiltrated their gleaming headquarters, her camera capturing the cold, sterile reality behind their utopian facade. She found their experiments, twisted and grotesque, a perversion of nature. But as she released the truth to the world, she realized the cycle continued. Apex, in their pursuit of progress, had become the very monster they sought to vanquish. And she, the hunter, had become complicit in their creation, her exposé only fueling the flames of their notoriety. The line between good and evil, it seemed, was a Mobius strip, forever twisting, never ending, in past, present, or future. No matter the side, there are the hunters and the hunted. Sometimes one becomes the other times one sees self in the another. But always and forever the hunt is on. Oh, one last thing, you there. Yeah, you behind the screen on your phone or television. If you could please hit the like and subscribe button, click for notifications. I'd appreciate it and admire it even more.